Ever since I got my hands on the Seiko SPB143 at a local authorized dealer, I've been hooked. But paying $1,200 for a Seiko, I couldn't wrap my head around it at first. So I walked away, thinking that this was going to be one of those situations where I really liked something but couldn't justify getting it. It happens, and in a few months I'll forget about it anyway. Forget about it? I did not. Over the next 3 years, it kept popping up on my Instagram feed, and every other YouTuber seems to be praising it, which only fueled my desire for one even more. They say good things come to those who wait, and last year, after the hype simmered down a bit, I found a couple of SPB143 listings on Chrono24. I managed to snag one for $721, including expedited shipping from Japan. That's a 40% discount from the original MSRP. Finally, I could justify buying one. This video isn't intended to be a review. There's already plenty of coverage on YouTube, some of which offer in-depth reviews. Instead, I'm creating this video to share what I personally like about the watch and what motivated me to purchase it 3 years later. This is my SPB143. It checks all the boxes for me. It's the updated ISO-compliant version, featuring a lume marker at the 3 o'clock position. With a case diameter of 40.5 mm, lug-to-lug of 47.6, and a case height of 13.2 mm, this Seiko is incredibly wearable. And not only does it look good, but it also feels special. The 143 is equipped with a reliable mid-tier 6R35 Seiko movement, which comes with 24 joules and operates at a frequency of 21,600 vibrations per hour, with a very good 70-hour power reserve. Accuracy is at plus 25 to minus 15 seconds per day. Not cutting edge by any means, or the best we've seen from Seiko, but it's not one of their cheaper calibers either. I also appreciate the inclusion of a sapphire crystal, which used to be uncommon for Seiko watches. The 143 features a high-quality 120-click unidirectional steel bezel with a solid, tight action. And in this example, the bezel doesn't seem to suffer from the poor alignment issues found in some other Seiko divers. The case and bracelet feature a blend of brushed and polished finishes, elevating the watch's aesthetic. The clasp has been upgraded with machined hardware and notable improvements over the stamped steel often found on cheaper Seikos. The drilled lugs are a godsend, making it effortless to switch to my preferred strap. And being the strap monster that it is, the first thing I did when I received the watch was remove the bracelet and put it on a NATO. This watch has a pretty special significance. It's a nod to Seiko's first diver, the 62 Mas, but with a cool modern twist. I'm all about this kind of stuff, bringing back retro vibes from significant moments in history. I love it when brands dig into their past and offer us a second chance to enjoy timeless designs. But the main reason I decided to get this watch, like many other things I buy, is simply because it looks fantastic. The SPB143 is almost a flawless package in my eyes. Its gray sunburst dial is stunning, complemented by raised polished indices that give it that upscale vibe. The hands feature a cool mix of brushed and polished finishes, while the bezel's brushing contrasts beautifully with the white numerals. This watch is a real head-turner, and it's no surprise that Instagram's flooded with pictures of it. Sure, it's not perfect, but it definitely works as a package. Yes, we all know Seiko makes some killer 62 Mas homages, with top-tier finishing, attention to detail, and movements. But unlike those super rare limited SLA-designated watches, the SPB143 doesn't break the bank. At a retail price of $1,200 or 1,100 euros, is the watch worth that much? Well, that's subjective, and only you can really answer that question. But for the $700 I shelled out for it, I can confidently say yes, it's worth every penny what I paid for it. Some dealers are still holding on firm at $1,000 for this watch, but online, it could be found for $700 or $800. The watch is being discontinued to make way for the newer SPB451, so don't wait around much longer if you want the SPB143. However, if you think you'll prefer the newer models, like the SPB451, 453, and 455, and don't mind spending $1,300 for the latest and greatest, go check out the video I recently made about those watches. I'll place a link to it in the description below. Honestly, I've been set to get the SPB143 from the start, but I'm not one to jump into purchases quickly. It always takes me a bit of time to fully commit, even if I'm completely sold on something. Just take a look at my video on the Tudor Black Bay 58, and you'll know exactly what I mean. That, or maybe I was holding out for an SLA017, hoping that by some miracle I would find a pre-owned model in the sub-2000 range. I'm certain that everything I've mentioned about the SPB143 here has been repeated countless of times. Its charm, horological significance, and versatility have all been extensively discussed. However, it would be a huge disservice to both myself and my channel if I didn't feature one of my favorite watches, a timepiece that has made significant waves in the watch industry. This marks the fourth Seiko in my collection, and it's my favorite among them all. If Seiko keep making watches like this, I fear it won't be my last. Gone are the days when you could pick up a Seiko diver's watch for $200. Seiko has elevated its offerings across many models, and we're reaping the benefits. To get better watches, it seems we'll need to spend a bit more. But how much more? Let me know in the comments what's the most you'll be willing to spend on a Seiko. Say tomorrow they announce a watch that you just have to have. How much would you be willing to pay for that watch? That's it for this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I wish you the best in your watch journey, and I'll see you in the next one.